I came into college with the cloud of ambition hanging over my head, and I wanted it to materialize as quickly as possible. I had 1,460 days to figure out what I wanted to do with my life and how that decision would benefit the rest of the world. As you've gathered, freshman year Divya was just a little bit melodramatic. 4 years later, however, my time is up and I still don't have the answers to those questions. As the last year has forced so many of us to reevaluate our lives, I thought I would share my quick two-step beginner's guide on how to adult, graduating college without panicking. Number 1, traditions, like rules, are meant to be broken. 100 years ago, it was traditional for our beloved campus to be occupied exclusively by white men. Since then, we have made strides in our efforts to create a more inclusive campus environment, to make sure everyone belongs in this tribe, in this family. This change is first and foremost championed by you, the students, who protested every Saturday for 9 months, complying with social distancing and mask requirements to stand with Black lives. This change is championed by our educators, who have worked tirelessly to accommodate students no matter where they are, whether that be at home, on campus, or logging into Zoom class while literally on a ski lift. I urge you to use the coming months of uncertainty to continue taking the non-traditional paths and breaking the glass ceilings above you. Graduating to an economy where jobs are down and GameStop is way up, we have absolutely nothing to lose. Number 2, education is humbling. Many of us have spent the past year learning new words. My freshman roommate, for example, is an economics major, and she recently asked me what exactly mRNA is. Thank you, Intro Biology, for making me feel like the Dr. Fauci of this campus. Others learned about words like racial inequity, privilege, and racism in a new light. While our time at William & Mary is ending, I urge you to continue chasing education. So much of learning at college happens outside of the classroom, like learning you absolutely will get a staph infection if you jump in the crim Dell. I urge you to champion spaces for further learning in the graduate programs, companies, and other institutions you attend or work for. Today, some of you will be the first in your family to have graduated from college. Today, some of you will have shattered people's expectations of your capabilities. Today, almost all of us will have in some way broken down economic, racial, and social barriers in pursuit of a higher education. This community has nurtured a space for us to think critically, challenge peacefully, and break out of our comfort zones. The humility required for this level of authentic discourse is the necessary product of an education, and I urge you to cultivate it in your future communities. So pause for a second this weekend and ask yourself, how have you pushed for change when you saw the potential for benefit? How have you redefined your path and inspired others to do the same? When I first came to William & Mary, I thought I would have so much of an impact on this school that by the time I graduated, there would be a plaque of my face hanging outside of the Wren building. Needless to say, it's not there. But 4 years later, my ego has shrunk and my appreciation for the simple acts of talking to people, sharing ideas, and lifting each other up has grown. You do not have to rebuild PBK brick by brick to have an influence on this campus. In this moment of uncertainty, the closing of our William & Mary chapter, celebrate your personal growth, big or small, and thank the people that helped you get here. To my fellow graduates, I say this with the utmost confidence in each of you. Carry forward that fire that burns in all of us to break tradition, chase learning, and champion change. Class of 2021, we have withstood a simply absurd year, but today, you have prevailed. Congratulations, everyone.